In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this tiny little tassel that I put on the end of my scarf. And to make it, I use a fork. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So start with the leftovers of my yarn. This is the end that I'm going to add the tassel to. And I've got a strand of the wool and a strand of the suri. And I'm going to take my fork and leaving some extra here, and it doesn't matter how much because you're just gonna trim that off later. And I hold it with my thumb and I'm gonna wrap it 25 times. 1. And then I'm gonna trim it. 25, it's not a magic number. I experimented. I like my pom-poms, my tassels to be fluffy and full, and 25 seemed to work for this size. I find that I always need to wrap more than I think I do. So word to the wise, if you think you're done, wrap a couple more extra times. And the other thing is you don't want to wrap too tightly because since the fork is narrower here, it's going to want to squeeze off the end. Okay, so now I've wrapped this and I cut a, I don't know, approximately 6-inch piece. And this is going to be the part at the top that attaches it to the scarf. So I'm going to hold on to my 2 ends and I'm just going to slide this between. Another reason for not doing it too tightly. And then I'm gonna knot this. So when I make a knot with yarn, I usually wrap it, instead of just once, I wrap it twice. That gives it a little more grip and makes it easier to hold tight. So you wrap once, and then you wrap twice. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna use to attach it at the top. The next part I'm gonna make is this little part that cinches the tassel together. And for that, I took a longer piece, approximately, I don't know, 12 inches. Thread that on my tapestry needle. And this time I'm gonna go through the top tinned, and I'm gonna leave an end so that I can have ends, so that I have an end to tie. And I want to keep these out and cinch this tight. And I don't know, I wrapped it maybe 3 or 4 times. Do one more. Bring it to the front, and then bring the other end to the front, and tighten it, and now I'm going to tie it. And this you want to get as tight as you can, just so that the little ends don't fly out. Okay, and then you can take both of these, thread them through your needle, and slide them under, you can see under the wrap, so that those ends go down. I tug at them, and they're just going to end up being part of your tassel. So those are the top, there's your cinch, and now we're going to give you the tassels on the end. You're going to trim those later, so you just want to, with very sharp scissors, cut this apart. and slide it off. There, you've got it. And then what you're gonna do is kind of just group this all together and trim till you get it as even as possible. And there you go. And then to attach it, you just take one of your sides, pick a point on the bottom, and I would go through more than once just so it's nice and sturdily on there. Tie it on, and then bury your ends. And as I say, you can just hide them in this fold on the side. Trim that off. And there you have your little tassel. Looks like something got caught up in there. Just gonna pull that out. Didn't get caught when I put the top thread through. So just pulled it off. And there you go.